Have you ever considered living with a capsule wardrobe? Over the last year, I have been living with 36 pieces of clothing. It's called Project 365, 36 pieces of clothing for 365 days or a year. So what was included? It included pretty much everything. All of my regular clothing, shoes, handbags, belts, jewelry, any accessories. It included everything except for workout gear, socks and underwear, and what I slept in. My year wraps up on October 31st, and today I'm looking back. So most months over the last year, I think I did 9 of them out of the 12 months. I posted a video about how it's going. And so in the spirit of talking about how it's going, that's what this video is. Looking back and talking about for the whole year, how did it go to wear 36 pieces of clothing for a year? This is not my first go around with Project 365. Back in 2011, I did this before. And that time I blogged about it, but my life was a lot different. I had 2 small school-age children that I was homeschooling at that point, and I blogged about it. So this time when I decided to give it another go around, I decided to do YouTube instead. So why? Why do this? There are a couple of reasons. First of all, it goes back to the 90-10 rule, which says that most people use 10% of their belongings 90% of the time. So over the last 15 years, my husband and I have been trying, for the most part, to try and live with just the 10%, to live with the belongings that we actually use. And so this experiment of living with 36 items of clothing is just an extension of that 90-10 rule fleshed out for just clothing. To be clear, we do have a house, we do have stuff, but we try to live without excess clutter. So for me, Project 365 is a fantastic reset. Scarcity brings contentment, it really does. For years, my family and I would camp together. And when you spend a week out in the middle of nowhere in a tent, sleeping on the ground, when you come home and have a hot shower, an established kitchen where it's easy to cook your food, and you get to sleep on a bed, it brings an abundance of gratitude. And I was wanting to sow into that in terms of my wardrobe. So I am looking forward to it. And after this Saturday, my wardrobe will essentially double in size. My regular wardrobe is somewhere in the 70s. I forget exactly how many pieces I own, but it's somewhere in the 70s. My wardrobe is going to double in size, and I'm looking forward to the feeling of abundance. So another side benefit for me is just to sort of show people that this can be done. And maybe you're not going to reduce your wardrobe to 36 pieces for a year, but maybe it introduces the possibility of slowing your consumption, slowing your shopping, which can be uncomfortable. If you're used to shopping, there is a void that comes when we stop shopping, which that white space can be uncomfortable. Another benefit is just the frugality of it, not spending money on clothing over the space of a year, or if you're choosing to slow your consumption, spending less over the span of a year really does help the pocketbook. It really does help the budget. So here are the 7 questions that I've asked each month over the last year. But today, instead of asking it for a month, I'm looking back on the entire year and reflecting on the experience. The first question is what worked? The big picture is that my wardrobe absolutely did work. I had plenty. At the end, I will link the video where I talk about my entire 36-piece wardrobe. So let me share with you what I wore most. The things that were workhorses that I wore the most, my button-up shirts, all 3 of them, I wore them all 4 seasons, workhorse pieces. I wore both of my tank tops a lot. I wore my white and my gray t-shirts quite a bit. I didn't wear my black t-shirt as much as I anticipated. I think I don't feel quite as good in that t-shirt, so I didn't wear it as much. I wore both pair of my shorts all summer long and in the spring and fall. Both pair of my jeans saw a ton of use, and I also wore my Birkenstocks and my tennis shoes a ton. So what didn't work? I didn't have pearls, and I really wanted my pearls. I wanted them for elevated occasions like weddings and funerals. The next question is, was it enough clothing? Towards the end of my 36-365, we spent a month in Europe, and the last 10 days of it were on the Camino in Spain. I was carrying everything on my back, and so had a very, very limited wardrobe. When I came back from that trip, my 36-piece wardrobe felt lavish. It felt like I had a ton to choose from. And so with all of that, 36 pieces was plenty. What did I notice? My wardrobe was fine. My regular wardrobe is about 70 pieces, and I honestly don't even remember what I have put away. The other one is I had 2 funerals for close family members. I also had a wedding and a confirmation where I was a sponsor at my church. For those occasions, I really wanted my pearls so that I could come correct for my family. Next, I'm bored with my clothes. So that is just a reflection. Of course I am, but I'm looking forward to having my regular wardrobe back. The next question, is there anything that I wish that I had that I didn't? And my answer is yes. Pearls and a couple of more button-up shirts. The next question is, what did I wear less than expected? All of my dresses. I didn't wear my dresses nearly as much as I expected to. I had a black, nice dress that I wore maybe 3 times, just for more formal occasions. I had a yoga dress that I expected to wear a lot. I wore it twice. My black Carly jean dress, I wore that maybe 10 times over the year. Yeah, I just didn't wear dresses that much. My other reflection is that I barely wore my Chaco sandals. If I had another capsule, I would leave them out. So I'm curious if any of you have worn a capsule wardrobe. If so, I would love to hear about it. How many pieces did you have, and how did it work for you? I'm Robin from Minimalism Over 50. I make videos about minimalism, frugality, and simplicity. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.